What's going on, everybody? We are back. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to say once again, we all want to thank the subscribers, appreciate all the members, the supporters of SKF. Continue to subscribe, continue to hit that like button, and show your love for the show. Appreciate you guys. Now, that being said, guys, we are back to our winning ways. I mean, there's so many questions to ask. Is Mikal Bridges back to what we think he should be or what we expected him to be? Mm. Is OG Anunoby's scoring prowess a fluke? I'm not sure. Maybe it's not real. I don't know. Is Jalen Brunson back to being the captain and the leader of this team, the first option? Has Cat started to subside? Is the Knicks defense finally waking up? These are all questions we got to ask, y'all. And another thing, listen, have the Knicks turned the corner? Is this it? Are we going to go away from the Jekyll and Hyde Knicks? Have we finally turned it around? I don't know. But guess what? We're going to talk about it tonight. Let's go.
Say go, New York, go, New York, go. Say go, New York, go, New York, go. Say go, New York, go, new team, it's the same dream. New Knicks City uniform, they stay clean. I just caught mine off of fanatics in the garden with my hands in the air, we back at it.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to SKF Weekly. You see it?
Yeah, we here.
That's right, baby. We here. I'm your man, Ron. That's my brother, John. And welcome back to another SKF Weekly. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Get your gobble gobble on, turkey, all that good stuff. Ham, I don't know. Sides if you vegetarian, whatever you did, hopefully it was good. How's everything with you, brother?
Oh man, good. Excited to be on again today. Looking forward to our conversations. It's going to be a lot that goes into what we're going to be talking about today, so it's going to be interesting. We'll watch some highlights and stuff, and it's going to be a lot to talk about. So
all right.
Trend as well.
Good. Dope. I'm excited as well. But listen, man, this was a great holiday weekend. I mean, holiday week, should I say, but it turned into a 4-day week for a lot of us. And I'm sure we all enjoyed it. We needed that time to get our bodies right from all that food we was eating. But you know what? It wasn't just a holiday for us. It was also a holiday for the New York Knicks. So let's see what the Knick faithful were doing this holiday time.
Okay. What's up, Knicks fans? Jacob Topman here in my volunteer era with GDF. Wow, it's giving holiday cheer. I have my besties here with me, and we're finna serve up some dinner.
Why are you like that?
Pookie, you're slaying right now. Leave no crumbs.
Talk to me. Who was you calling?
The food's bussin'. Wait, what's 4 plus 4? Because we ate. All right, guys, it's time to get back to work. Hope you guys enjoyed the vibe check.
Who are you talking to?
Knicks fans?
Who are you talking to?
Knicks fans?
Oh, you're talking to y'all? My fault.
Peace out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Jacob Top of bringing the humor. I mean, this personality is similar to his brother. They're both fun guys. So that's pretty cool.
He was telling Precious Pookie. He was like, "Yo, watch how you talking to me."
He's like, man, out of all people to call Pookie Precious. Well, I mean, I guess.
He's like, "Yo, watch how you talking to me, man."
I ain't messing around with Precious, bro. Especially he ain't been playing no basketball. He on the sidelines too. Yo, watch out.
Oh man, that's what's dope, 4 plus 4? Because we ate.
I like that. That's
That
dope.
was like dry as humor. That was funny.
Yeah, man. See, that's the bad thing about not having guys like his brother here or Quickly. They
Yeah.
used to have a blast, but even having Mitch around, because Mitch is pretty funny when it comes to that type of stuff.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it's
Shout
good
out
see
to the
they
chat.
out there, sharing Thanksgiving and giving, doing, what I'm saying? Like,
That's dope, man. That's what
Dope.
one thing about many organizations in all sports, but especially New York sports, the New York teams do a really good job of being, community organized and giving back. And so, the Knicks, they're no slouch in that regard. So that's dope. Dope by all of them. And a good look. It's a good look.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the
food,
chat.
man. Look like.
Well, I mean, from what I could see, this dude, I mean, the way the camera, I wish the camera would have panned down and saw what they were serving up over there. You know what I mean? Maybe there was some Nino Brown action. Maybe they was giving away free turkeys. I don't know.
Free turkeys, the whole nine.
That'd have been nice. Shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in all across all platforms, YouTube, X, and Facebook. Appreciate you guys as always. 713 Gamers in the building. Salute to you. Appreciate you. A member of the SKF Army. Salute. Thank you.
Yeah.
Andios is here. Shout out to Andios. Appreciate you. Craig is in the building. No, we not delayed. We here, baby. Let's go. Pew, 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 pew.
We're on our time.
Yeah. We on it's just extreme PT. Shout out to JT Riddick in the building. What up, JT? Miguel P is in the building. Appreciate you. Kerry Cox is in the building. Let me see. David Smith is in the building, another member of the SKF Army. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you. Yes, happy Thanksgiving holiday to you. Hey, Fasai in the building. What's going on? Yes, the Filipino nation is in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here, man. Double D is here. Salute. What's going on? We got Shop House in the building. What's going on, Shop? Good to see you. I saw, guys, if y'all haven't checked out, Knicks Real Talk, they just had a show about an hour ago or so. It was a 2-hour long show. It was pretty good. I was watching some of it while I was eating my dinner and stuff. So, replay gang, man, show them some love. Shah and Divine and Jay was up there. Jay the Chosen One was there too. Salute to all.
I definitely got to do that after we get jump off of ours.
Yes, sir. Lena Franklin in the building. Let's go, Lena. What's going on? She says, that is my favorite video that my boo Jacob Toppin doing his thing. Okay.
There you go. Right, there you
go. Shout out to Sherwin in the building. What's going on, Sherwin? Good to see you. Latoria B is in the building. Let's go. Appreciate you. And we got our guy, the Objective Knicks fans in the building. Please, guys, show some love to the Objective Knicks fan if you haven't already. Dope show, dope vibe, different perspectives. You won't be disappointed. Shout out to you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Travel Vibes is here. True. Salute Travel Vibes. Prezi the boss is in the building. What up, Prezi? Good to see you, bro. And we got Old Head in the building. What up, Old Head? All right. Dope. It's great, man. It's a fun time. Listen, man, we had a lot going on so far. The Knicks have been very Jekyll and Hyde. They've had us going back and forth with ourselves, like, who is this team? That's nothing new. That's nothing new. That's what they do. I mean, we should be used to it by now. We Knicks fans. We've seen this. This is
seen
what
it
they
all.
do.
Right. Nothing new.
No, it definitely is nothing new. Before we get into the recap real quick with what's going on, I just wanted to say that I don't know if you guys know this, but Jay Boogie has created a Christmas anthem. So a lot of the people in the Knicks community already know that this exists. It's been out for a couple, maybe about 2-3 years. I don't know, maybe 2 years. And it's pretty dope. It's a song with him, himself, Papa Left, and Cully. And it's just a really dope. It's not only is it a song by Jay Boogie, it's a dope song. It's one of my favorite songs he's done, but it really fits the mode. So what we're doing here is on Saturdays on Know the Ledge, at the end of each show for each week until we get to Christmas, depending on how it falls, we're going to play that joint at the end of the show. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is Jay Boogie is trying to get that song played at the Garden, guys. So if there's any love you guys can show on X, Instagram, Facebook, wherever it is, hashtag We Back on Christmas by Jay Boogie. Show him some love. He's also got a YouTube page. type in J Boogie. You might have to type in J Boogie hip hop because I don't know. There might be another type of J Boogie out there. But type in J Boogie hip hop, whatever it is, or type in J Boogie Knicks on your YouTube page and go support his channel, man. Give that guy some subscriptions, some likes, all that good stuff, man. And so hopefully the Knicks can play this song at the Garden, man. Even if the Knicks City Dances is out there doing their bop to it, whatever.
Yeah. Gotta air that. You got it queued up? You got it queued up, and not yet.
I mean, I don't have it queued up yet, but I can have it queued up.
Let's have it queued up, man, so we can play it before on today's as well, man. Give them as much love as we can.
Okay. I like it. I like it. All right.
Gotta do it.
Sounds good. All right, guys. Well, listen, man. We did a show on Wednesday, so we already kind of covered some of the stuff that happened in this past week, should I say. But there was a couple games that happened afterwards.
Right.
First off,
right?
Yep, that's right. First off, if it was the Friday game, we played against the Charlotte Hornets. That wasn't a game I loved, but at least we got the W, man. Yeah,
we did get the dub.
New York Knicks defeat the Charlotte Hornets 99-98. This is definitely one of those games that the way they were playing could have went either way, because we didn't really come with the effort we needed to come with. And that Charlotte team was a bunch of no-names, a bunch of young, hungry guys that just wanted to make a name for themselves and show that they can play. And they gave effort, and they took the Knicks down to the wire. So shout out to Charlotte for making it really interesting and almost giving the Knicks a loss. You know what I mean? But they wound up doing what they had to do.
And this game was in-season tournament. Was that one in-season tournament game? I can't remember if it was or it wasn't.
The Charlotte one, yes,
it was, wasn't it?
Charlotte was an in-season. Yeah, you're right. Because the Pelicans wasn't, and then Orlando tomorrow will be. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That'll be the 4. That is very, very true. Yes, you are correct.
So we really needed that win in order to keep ourselves in contention and alongside Orlando, because Orlando is also undefeated.
Yeah, no, 100%. You are correct. We definitely did. All right, well, you know what I mean? The game was what the game was, man. And listen, the Knicks, they kind of struggled. They slugged their way through it. Jalen Brunson was doing his thing. He actually had a good game, but these Knicks were struggling. OG, I think, had 8 points. Mikal Bridges had 8 points. Karl Anthony Towns, even though he shot well, he looked like he was struggling throughout the game. So he didn't have a phenomenal game, but he still had really good numbers. He's a really good player. Even on his bad days, he looks really good, John.
No, he does. Definitely does. And he's fitting in well in New York. So, got to appreciate what he's bringing, to this team. So,
yeah, no, I agree. I mean, look at Jalen Brunson just doing his thing, knifing through the lane. It's just one of those things, man. It's like, the deuce was loose. Nice steal with the big head dunk. Let's go. Yeah, I
like that Deuce is still being aggressive, playing that 6-man role, that he's still, actively shooting the ball and being, extremely aggressive is what we need him to do. So,
agree.
And look at that. That's sort of where we're at right now as far as I think Magic are probably 3-0 now as well. This is probably.
Which is. So. It's good that the Knicks are taking care of business when it comes to these games. It's nice, you know what I mean? It's crazy that you lose one game and you're out, but it is what it is.
And then it's also points, right? Is there a point sort of differential also connected to it as well, or is it only just games?
I think it is a point differential if it gets closer, but I think once we get into the next round, because after the Orlando game, I guess then it becomes an 8-team series. So I don't know how all the other teams are doing around the NBA, but I guess we'll find out soon. And I would hope that the Knicks win tomorrow. So that'll be nice.
It would be, to take at least our division. Yeah, for sure.
Correct. And look at this. Look at man. Cat got good passing skills, man. For a big man, that's nice to see. We wanted that for a while. Hartenstein had it, but it's nice to have another guy like Cat who can do that as well.
Yeah, there were moments in this game that was interesting. That I think right now we're going to be ending these highlights soon, but where we have moments in the game where we should have broken out into a lead and we just couldn't. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then even down the wire, you know what I mean, allowing them to get the last minute, a last minute shot that sort of went around the rim, stood there for a minute, and then, went in with time, once time diminished or whatever, it was interesting to see.
100%. I agree.
But the defense wasn't really 100% for me. Like it was moments, spots,
Very lackadaisical effort. Very lackadaisical. Guys, just want to let you know this is the call-in number 347-305-7280. We will definitely be taking calls if anybody wants to call in. We're going to get through this next set of highlights when we talk about the Pelicans, but after that, welcome to take all calls if anybody wants to call in, chime in, and talk some SKF Weekly with us. Appreciate you guys. So yeah, that game turned out to be one of those where in the past we've seen Knicks teams that just didn't, I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe we just didn't have enough guys that, I don't want to say they didn't care, but just were skillful enough that even when they're bad and not playing well, that can get the victory. Like we just, in the past, we would just lose this game. We would just been an L. Yeah.
It was close to us losing it too.
Yeah,
like,
it definitely was.
It
definitely was. So, I mean, it's good that they at least pulled out the victory, and we can, 2 weeks from now, we'll forget all about it. You know what I mean? But it just, at the time, it kind of shows you kind of where this Knicks team has been, where we were, and hopefully where we can get away from, because that's not a good look. Definitely not.
It's the starting slow situation again, it keeps rearing itself and these midseason games where guys aren't ready or don't have the energy to start the game. You know what I mean? It's like you need a little bit more energy on the defensive side in order to make, other teams give up the ball and get easy buckets. But we haven't been able to do that consistently enough this early season. So looking forward to that being the case moving forward. So hopefully this last game that we're going to talk about right now has every indication that we're going in the right direction.
The Knicks are such a weird team right now. Hey, we got a super chat. Thank you, Mr. Corey Lee, for the generous super chat. He said, peace and salute. Queens is in the building. Queens, get the money. Let's go. Appreciate you, Corey. 718 Boys is here, folks. Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, man. The Knicks have shown one thing. The Knicks have shown to us so far in this shortened season, 20 games in, when they're bad, it's disappointing, and we know that they can be better. When they're okay, they can win some games, but when can we see the Knicks really play? But when the Knicks actually put it together and play a solid, really solid basketball game, they're not just good, they're great. It's like when you see the Knicks actually click, it's not like, Knicks played well tonight. No, the Knicks played great tonight. So that's really interesting. It's like we try to figure out what we are. When they're good, they're really good. So I don't know.
And you almost like when we look at those games, you look at it and you're like, was it us? Or was it the other team that played down or didn't play like themselves? Because a lot of the times when we win by 30, other teams aren't knocking down the three.
Right.
Like they're missing it at a high clip. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know.
It's a tough one to know. But one thing I will say that I don't think we've seen it yet. I don't think we've played a team where we are clicking and they're clicking yet. I think it's always been either or. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I would have to say the same.
Well, you see it, y'all. New York Knicks defeat the New Orleans Pelicans 118-85. I don't know how you go from playing. I mean, I get it, but it's still crazy. You go from playing the Charlotte Hornets 99-98, and then you play New Orleans Pelicans, who they were missing people as well. They didn't have Zion. They didn't have
Ingram.
Alvarado, correct. They didn't have Herb Jones. So they were missing guys too. Now, granted, they did have McCollum. They did have Trey Murphy III. They did have DeJounte Murray. But still, like 118
it wasn't a depleted team. Yeah.
No, they weren't depleted, but we made them look like they were depleted. So, it's just I don't know. I don't even know how do you, I don't know. This is crazy, bro. I don't know how to how to say it. It's just wild.
And the
Oh.
commentators were saying during the game that, the Pelicans were shooting it well throughout the season, like from, like percentage wise from the three. And they just had a really bad shooting night. So it was interesting to see that as well. Like, sort of not play out in their favor and play more to our hands. And I think it also, and a lot of it starts with our defense, right? And I think starting this game, we were effectively, playing well on defense from jump, and we were grabbing a lot of, rebounds and getting some outlet passes and getting onto a quick break and, moving the ball well. And guys were knocking down shots. You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest key too. Is like when you have open shots, you knock them down. Mikal Bridges had a really good night. Deuce also was continuing his, his progression. So it looked good, man. By all signs looked good. Brunson was, passing it well, shooting it well. Cat in limited minutes also played really well. So it was a good night.
Yeah, and OG Anunoby had DeJounte Murray in the lockdown program early, man. He had him,
Yeah.
Oh, let's go, OG.
That was a nice.
That was a nice block. Yeah, and then the transition to Mikal from the corner for the three. Bang. Yeah, that was a nice play. That was a nice play. Really good and really an energy booster for the team. They needed that. Oh, and then Mikal again. Oh, bang. Mikal was on one, man. He was on one. It's nice to see, man. It was really nice to see. I'm happy for Mikal, to be honest, because the fans have been getting on him lately and they've been talking about him, and it's nice to see him step up. And he stepped up on both ends. He looked, a little bit like the Mikal of old on defense. Not quite there, but a lot more active, a lot more heady with regards to how he was playing out there. So I definitely enjoyed watching him, man. So yeah, it was good to see. It was definitely dope. And
that goes to show you that the Knicks should be thinking about how they're playing with him as a primary, ball handler at times too. And someone who's in the mix of the offense, not just an outlet pass to the corner. I think he's versatile enough that he can play that position. And when you got Brunson out, on the bench, or even Hart on the bench, giving him an opportunity to play within rhythm. It's going to be key to his growth here with the Knicks and just us elevating as a team. I think it's vitally important for him to have games like this often.
I couldn't agree with you more, man. I think that's a really good point. I think it's just going to take some more time, man. Like I think I don't wish that on him, but I wouldn't be surprised if the next game he struggles a little bit. It's just because I don't want, we're fans, man. I don't want people to think that, okay, he scored 30. No, that's it. It takes time. Like that was a really good game to kind of break out of your slump. Maybe he'll keep it going, but if it doesn't mean like if he has a bad game the next game, or not a bad game, but not a game that's close to that, doesn't mean the following game won't be pretty good, 20 plus points. You never know. Just takes time.
Yeah. However, it's against Orlando and it's a in-season tournament game, so we want him to do well. So hopefully, he can put up some good numbers.
And Orlando, let's not forget what Orlando is.
Yeah.
They're missing Paolo Banchero, but he's the only one they're really missing. Everybody else is pretty much there. They always give us trouble. They still have length. They've got and Jonathan Isaac has been back. He's been healthy, knock on wood. Good, I appreciate the young fella, but he's been tough, and they've been putting him on Jalen Brunson, making it very difficult for Jalen. So tomorrow's game is going to be interesting. The Knicks going to have to come to play. You can't take Orlando lightly, and Orlando's been on a really good hot streak themselves, so they gotta come to play.
And there is a possibility that we may see Precious get some minutes too tomorrow. So hopefully he can give us some energy off the bench if he gets some minutes. I don't necessarily see him playing heavy minutes. Maybe to start off, maybe 8 to 10 minutes. But we'll see. You know, it is Tibbs, so you never know. If he feels like he can go, he may run him 25. So you never know.
That is true. We were talking about it on Saturday, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Tibbs is playing these guys a lot of minutes. They're
Yeah.
playing.
It's what they get paid to do.
I agree.
Play.
But I mean, even last year we weren't playing like this early. We had to in the playoffs because we didn't have the guys. But last year, I think Jalen Brunson might have been the one playing the most minutes, and even he wasn't even in the top 20. He was like close to 20 something, almost 30. But
how many guys we got in the top 20 now?
We got three guys,
at least
top
three?
6.
Yeah.
So top, and we got the number 1, we got the number 3, and we got the number 6, something like that.
Number 1, number 3, and number 6. Wow.
Yeah.
Number 1 being Macau.
Yes, sir.
And 3 OG. Or is it Hart?
Hart.
Is it Hart?
Hart, and then OG's number 6.
OG. Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. I don't love that. I'll be honest, especially OG being number 6, man. This guy. But you know,
listen, it would only bother me once people start to get hurt because of it. You know what I mean? But I don't know if the science is really there on, you know what I mean, making that the onus of people getting hurt. I've never seen a report that stated that minutes played are the cause for, you know, injuries in the regular season. You know what I mean? I think those guys who don't play enough minutes get hurt more. I would say that, you know, guys who play limited minutes from time to time aren't prepared and aren't prepped for long games and longevity. Because I mean, I always think about it as we were growing up playing as kids, is like, even though we were younger, but you know, you play when you played gingerly on the court, 9 times out of 10 you get hurt. Like if you were worried about getting hurt, you got hurt. And when you played with aggressiveness and no care in the world, you would get into some situations where you were like, you know, I should have gotten hurt there, but didn't, because the adrenaline is so high. So, I mean, I don't know. I would like to know more about the science behind that theory, because right now it's a theory from what I could tell.
Fair. I was coming from the standpoint of, to me, I know a lot of fans are concerned about players getting hurt. I'm not.
Yeah,
I wasn't necessarily thinking about that. I'm thinking about players being tired and their shots being flat, especially a jump shooting team like the Knicks have become. If this is who you're going to be, then you need to give your guys some rest, because if your legs ain't strong, your legs ain't in it, your shot's going to be flat. You're going to be hitting the front of the rim. And then what's the point?
Want you there.
That's the only thing I'm concerned about.
The rotation at that point then has to be, you know, something that is developed too, you know what I mean? To get guys rest and have them ready, especially in the fourth quarter, like have them, you know what I mean, well rested for the fourth quarter finishes.
And I hope that Tibbs understands that too and has some trust in some of these guys. I mean, I know he played more guys against the Pelicans, but we were also blowing them out. So it was an easy decision for him. He doesn't have to look at, like, if I put these guys in there, they're going to cut into our lead. We're up by 30. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like that aspect of it, because it made the job easy for him. I would hope that he says to himself, you know what? This is probably the best Knicks team I've coached. And even our young players that are still learning the game are in a much better position. And I would say they're stronger now than our young players when we first got our other young players. Like RJ was there, but everybody else had to learn. Quickly was still getting it, even though he got a lot of love. Obi wasn't there at all. And even Grimes, that first go round, he was, you know, still learning. So, but these guys, they seem to be, you know, like there's certain things you see from Paco Daddy, like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? So, and I think that's the reason why, if you guys notice, Paco Daddy got sent to the G League, but he's the only one that got sent to the G League. Like, they want him to play. So
they need him to play.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's going on with him. So, you know.
And what's interesting over there is that CJ Warren is catching wreck, right? Isn't CJ Warren averaging like 24 points a game or something like that? TJ, sorry.
Yeah, no, TJ's killing. But that's the thing. TJ's a bucket. Like, he's a professional scorer.
But like legit professional scorer.
He really is.
And then you bring a Toppin in there who he can learn from. I mean, not a Dottie, and he can learn from. You know what I mean? Like Dottie can, work alongside him because they're playing kind of similar positions, right? They're playing the small forward position. So unless TJ is getting some minutes at the 4, but
I think
it's interesting.
TJ Warren is like the biggest insurance piece ever. He is just the in case break glass because he deserves to be on this roster and sitting on the bench and maybe getting minutes if we needed somebody. But obviously they don't want to do that because they I don't know. It's weird because it kind of makes you feel like they show respect to TJ because they don't want to treat him like a regular rookie bench player because he's better than that. Right. So it feels like if there's any issues with Macau or if there's any issues with OG, he's the type of guy that they would look to. You know what I mean? But other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and then February comes, there are always teams vying for players that have the ability that he has. You know what I mean? So
he's definitely a trade piece.
He's a trade piece. Some of the young players may be also trade pieces depending on which direction we want to go in. You know what I mean? And not everybody's completely sold on this Villanova, 4 yet. So that can shift too.
Right?
Or Villanova 3 is 3 and not 4 anymore. But we'll see.
Shout out to our guy King Ribby in the building. Thank you for the generous super chat, King Ribby. He says, if Queens get the money, Brooklyn keep taking it. Corey Lee, but he said, I can't even see that. It's Statue of Liberty there. It's mouth off or something. I don't know what that means. I'm old. I got old eyes, King Ribby. Corey Lee, but shout out to Ron and John. Like, subscribe, and share. Appreciate you, King Ribby.
Yeah. That's interesting. Kerry Cox says, don't forget about Shamet. Is Shamet still on our radar? Are we holding our spot for him?
We still got it. He's got the other two-way spot while he rehabs his shoulder.
That's what I mean. Like, there's the bench is going to be stacked with solid players, and the rookies, if needed, are there. They're available for us, Hawk Porty, and like you said, Daddy A and Kolick, so those guys have the ability for us to come in and, and they could come in and get some minutes if people are out, if guys are out, I think it's inevitably we're going to get to a point where hopefully we get to a point where we start blowing teams out that we're supposed to, take strong leads against. And these kids get more opportunities to play in the fourth quarter. Garbage minutes, but all in the same, it's NBA minutes, right? So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Shout out to everybody tuning in. We got 75 people across all platforms. Please hit that like button. Shout out to everybody tuned in on Facebook. Salute to Lena Franklin once again. Shout out to my brother JK in Brooklyn. Salute to you, my brother. Oh, and shout out to the Miss Hunter out there. Appreciate you. Thank you.
As always. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. JJ 47K in the building. Appreciate you. Kareem Grant is here. What up, twin? We got Dripmore in the building, preferred barber of Still Knicks fans, and the Knicks community is in the building. Let's go, Dripmore. Appreciate you. We got D-Ras here. Bagger Jones is in the building. Bagger kicked it off in the chat. He started talking about Mr. RJ Barrett. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all. RJ Barrett is balling. It ain't like, oh yeah, no, RJ's playing. No, RJ Barrett is balling. But in fairness, let's keep it a buck, right? Okay. Nobody ever thought, at least, okay, I can't say nobody. I'm gonna tell you, I'm a Duke fan. I watched RJ when he was in Duke, blah, blah, blah. I watched him with the Knicks. Okay. I always thought RJ could score. It's not a question of whether he can score and do other things. The issue is on Toronto, they don't have anybody over there. It's RJ and Barnes right now. The ball goes through RJ. He is the number one option. And you put RJ as the number one option on any team, he can do this. But on the Knicks, he was number 3, sometimes number 4. So you ain't going to see the same level of RJ. I just want to bring this up because I feel like this is a narrative that some fans have that they don't understand certain things. And it's not limited to the Knicks. just bringing it up
Right.
because even like with someone like Saquon Barkley, everybody's like, oh my God, Saquon Barkley almost has 1,500 yards. There's still games to play. You see the Giants messed up. If Saquon Barkley was on the New York Giants, he would not have no 1,500 yards. So I just want to throw that out there.
Not with that line.
And no, not with that line. So yeah, just you put a guy in a different situation, right? A more formidable situation for them where they can thrive in it, and they thrive. That's what's happened with RJ. Not only is RJ the number one option, he's also playing for Canada, his hometown. You know what I mean? It's like he's got them on his back. He plays for Team Canada. There's like a lot of pride there.
The question is, are they winning games?
Well, they are not necessarily winning a lot of games. They're playing okay, but they're missing too much over there right now.
But that's what I mean. Like you don't have a full team. They don't like if you don't have a team that's going to be competitive, then it doesn't hurt to make Barrett your number one option or Barnes. Like those two guys get the bulk of the shots because then you're really looking at an all-star nods. How many all-star nods can we have in Canada, right? And so you need to generate a buzz. And if the buzz is about your local hero, RJ Barrett, you know what I mean? Local player, prodigal son, right? Like you want that to be the storyline because it takes away from what their record may be. And I don't think they have a winning record. So, I could be wrong.
They're 6-15.
Right. So right now they're not in any sort of contention. Maybe what place would that be, like 8th, 9th, something like that in the East?
I mean, they're 13th.
13th. So you're not even in a play-in right now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they got to get some wins, enough wins to get them, somewhat in the conversation. Because right now, I mean, he may have his own personal highs, right? Coming into like 30-point games, 20. So I know he had a game recently that I seen. He was like 24-11 or something like that, 25-11 assists.
Right.
But that's cool. That's great. That's great for him, and that's great for his maturity and his maturation as a player. But they got to win games at the end of the day.
They do.
They got to win games.
So that's going to be, to me, that's going to be the biggest key. Are they going to be able to have enough talent on the team to win games with RJ Barrett where he can still be successful like this? Because in order for RJ Barrett to be successful like this, he's got to be the number one or the number two option. Right. If you make him anything less than that, you're going to see a difference in his play, and then you're also going to see more of his negative stuff,
his flaws.
His flaws, correct. So as a number one, number two, though, he's balling. I mean, he's averaging 23.7 points, 6.3 rebounds, 6.2 assists, and he's shooting 45% from the field. So shout out to RJ, man.
What is he doing on the 3-point line?
Let's see. What is he doing?
Probably like under 40, probably like 30.
Well, yeah, but this is probably better than he was with the Knicks, but I could be wrong. No, yeah, he's shooting 35.6.
Okay, that's not bad.
And last year in 32 games, he shot 39.2. And with the Knicks, the 2 seasons prior, he shot 33 and 31. So
so it's not bad.
He's getting better with more opportunity.
It's quickly playing. Is quickly also
not playing.
See, that's also something to take a look at, because quickly, when playing, takes a lot of shots as well. He's also someone who's handling the rock, and he's going to take a lot of that, play away from Barrett and the kid Scotty Barnes. So
that's why I'm saying this might have been the best thing that can happen for Toronto and for RJ Barrett, so that Toronto can see, okay, maybe RJ can be our number one option. Look at how he plays when you make him the number one and number two. So they might have to. I mean, maybe he's not what they were thinking, but they might have to build around RJ.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad fit. I mean, but the problem with Barnes and RJ, they're very similar in play, right? None of them really shoot the three. So, and this is sort of what Toronto had run into before, right? Where they had all of these OG, they had a lot of 3s and 4s.
But then they get rid of the guys that could shoot. Like OG had a good percentage over there, and Siakam, Siakam. So
but then they couldn't find a way to play them together, right? And so that's the key, so
that's true.
We'll see, man.
Shout out to you guys once again in the chat. Westchester Lester is in the building. What up, Westchester Lester? A member of the SKF Army. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you. L, damn it, is in the building. Let's go, L. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. And she's also a member of the SKF Army. Don't sleep.
We got to do something for our SKF Army, man. We really do for our members. This coming year, we got to do.
It's coming
giveaway.
very soon.
All
We
right,
definitely will. And shout out to Nickinator in the building. What up, Nickinator? Watching on X. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well, my brother. Nickinator had the privilege of going to, I mean, unfortunately we lost and the Knicks didn't give the greatest effort, but he actually took the family and flew to Utah to watch the game in person.
Oh.
So that was pretty dope.
Yeah, that was an interesting game too.
Yeah.
That was one of those, man. You know, people,
and
all the folks that wanted Kessler was like, I told you so.
See, this is what I'm saying. And not only that, which I forgot to bring up when we were talking about it. Not only
Bridges shot it poorly too, right? In that game.
Who didn't shoot it poorly, bro?
Right.
Not only were we lacking effort, we were shooting ducks.
Yeah.
Utah shot incredible. Utah shot almost 50%. They shot like 48% from three, something like that. 47, 48. It was crazy. So yeah, we caught. I mean, no. I think they shot 50% from three. Yeah, they shot around 50% from three. So what are you gonna do? You can't make that stuff up, bro. You can't make it up. Shout out to Coach Sire in the building. What up, Coach? Appreciate you. Let's see. We got a couple more people in the building. Andios is in the building. Salute to Andios. Please support him. Show him some love on Instagram. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to follow Still Knick Fans on all your favorite platforms for the latest updates. Talking about Andios.
That's right.
Appreciate you, bro. Let me see. We got Vaughn Allen in the building. Salute, Vaughn. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Okay. If I missed that, well, should I say if we missed anybody, it's not for lack of trying. Oh, Jimmy Henry in the building. What up, Jimmy? Appreciate you. Good to see you. All right. Nice. All right, good stuff. Appreciate everybody. Thank you guys for being here and rocking with us. Okay, so you know what? Listen, the call-in number once again is here. If anybody wants to call in, if you don't, it's okay. I know you might have been all turkeyed out. You're still kind of getting yourself together. Today you had to go back to work. You're like, man.
And it was cool. Sort of a short week, right? Because we came on Wednesday.
Correct.
People were already jumped off the ledge. We brought them back on.
You know what I mean? Now make sure they are right. You know what I mean? But it's cool. It's cool. But
yeah, your Saturday show was wild. Y'all went 5.5 hours. I was like, yo. I went with the family, see Moana, came back. Y'all was still on. I was like, okay.
I was like, yeah, baby. We was rocking.
I was like, yo, they still on. Oh crap.
Yeah, it was one of them shows, man. It was one of them
long-winded shows.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yeah, but it was a fun time. I enjoyed myself, and it was great because also what made that Saturday show special. It's not just that it went 5 hours and 40 minutes. It was also that we had a point.
How many? How
5 hours and 40 minutes. 42 minutes to be exact.
Is this not a record yet?
No, that's a record. That is a record.
Guinness World Record for.
Yeah.
Gonna hit the record, but soon, man.
It was a crazy show, bro. But we also had a full panel too. We at one point we had 10 of us up there, so it was kind of crazy. It was kind of wild, but it was fun.
Replay gang. 5 hours later,
I'm
done with work.
You're gonna have to chop through that. You know what I mean? Go, do what you gotta do. Clean the house up. Go to the grocery store. Come back. We'll still be rocking. But in the meantime, guys, once again, if you want to call in, the number is 347-305-7280. Call into SKF Weekly and chop it up with us. But in the meantime, I think it's time for something that we don't always have a chance to do. But fortunately, the way this all plans out, we get to revisit it. Okay. And that is Juicy Tidbits.
And now it's time for Juicy Tidbits.
It was phenomenal. And then, it was just from there, it was like all around strong on both sides of the ball, share the ball. Then Matteo got going offensively as well.
first quarter, 18 in the second. Just what was working on the defense?
Yeah, I thought the overall the hustle was great. I thought OG's defense, Matteo, that sort of set the tone for us, and then Cat's rebounding was phenomenal, and then you know, it was just from there. It was like all around strong on both sides of the ball, share the ball. Then Matteo got going offensively as well, but a lot of good movement and sharing the ball was huge for us. And I thought Jericho and Cam and Deuce were terrific off the bench for us as well.
Did you see anything different out of Matteo this game, or was it just...
No, yeah, and the thing is, we all tend to measure someone by if the ball goes in, you know, and as long as he, you know, I felt like he played an all-around game. You know, he caught, he got some easy baskets cutting. You know, I think he's 7 threes. You know, he shot good threes. You know, and that's, you know, just do what you always do. You're an all-around player, and that's what makes him who he is. So, you know, I felt like guys created good offense. He kept moving. He was hard to guard. And I think the easy baskets helped. I think his defense was really, really good. So a lot of good things from that. And then, you know, Cat, he didn't have his shot going early, but he did other things, and it was very impactful in the game by doing other things, you know. And then Jalen and Josh were, you know, gave us their, you know, their effort and, you know, overall play, and so it was a good team win. I thought the rebounding was terrific, and then just making the right reads and hitting the open man and trusting the pass was huge for us.
It's been a while. Cat's been an elite rebounder when you were in Minnesota with him. He was putting up these type of numbers, but it had been a while since he's put up like double-digit rebounds. Obviously, he's able to do it. Were you curious at all of him getting back in that role? I know playing with Rudy diminished some of those numbers in the past.
Well, I asked him where he's been, so. No, yeah, and that is sort of like, and you're hitting on something that with Rudy, he played away from the basket a lot more, but he's a terrific, always been a terrific rebounder. You know, he's longer than you think, like long arms and strong, really strong. Yeah, you know, so great anticipation, but you know, he's playing an all around. His experiences, you know, a lot, has helped him a lot too. But he's always been a terrific rebounder.
Are you seeing Jericho piece some things together over the last few weeks?
Yeah. I think, like, you know, it probably goes unnoticed, or it doesn't, not by his teammates, but his screen setting is huge for us, huge. And you know, and his reaction to the ball tonight, his rebounding was off the charts. But you know, when you look at defensive field goal percentage in the restricted, he's still #1 in the league. So that tells you a lot about, you know, what he's providing for the team. And oftentimes that goes unnoticed. You know, it not only sets the screen, but putting pressure on the rim causes the defense to collapse. And now you're getting open threes, and you're getting a lot of other stuff from that. And it's an act of unselfishness, but it's.
Yeah. That was dope. I mean, shout out to Tibbs.
I would have never thought to hear Sims screening is the reason why. I think there's a little it's a handed off credit there. I don't know.
I mean, listen, I will say that I have noticed that Sims has been playing much better, moving a lot better, more confident. But in this game, like, he was active, like he was super active. He had 13 rebounds, 5 of them were offensive. I don't know if you guys know, that's huge for the Knicks because we're not getting offensive rebounds. So that was great.
Right. But the screen and roll type of thing, like he's like, you can't be a threat if you're not getting the lobs.
Right. If you're not getting lobs or not doing anything offensively, it's like when you the screen and roll, they're just gonna let you roll. Okay. All right.
They may place slightly a body on you or stay with you a little bit, but they're not really focused on you. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's nice to see Sims, like, you know, bouncing back, because he looked good for you know, maybe 3-4 games, and then there was 2 games in a row where I was like, it's kind of looked like old Jericho, and I'm happy to see him bounce back and kind of give us you know, a good effort against it. It's not like like I said, like we talked about, New Orleans is like they were depleted, but they weren't, like, they still had players out there, so
He's
So
giving us some good energy at times, you know. Like you got to give him credit for that. You know, he comes in with good energy. I think what plagues him a lot is like silly fouls. You know, like sometimes he gets into foul trouble early, and then sort of he's back out of the game. You know, so he doesn't really get enough. The confidence isn't there because he's not building enough time. You know what I mean? Especially if you're in foul trouble, putting yourself in the behind the ball a little bit. But I did wanted to point out that there's some conversations that are happening in the chat about the Knicks having strong offense, but defense is yet to catch up to where the offense is. And appreciate No Cap and Old Head for chiming in there. Also, Kerry Cox for talking about the Big's return. But I think these are pretty good takes.
Agreed. Shout out to No Cap in the building. Shout out to Old Head once again. No Cap says, when we are on, it's fun to watch our offense do work, but I miss the tenacity when we used to have on defense. Is it too much to want both? It's tough because it's not easy to put together a team where you have the type of players that can give you both at a high level. I hate to do this again, guys, because some of y'all don't take it well. I'm a Knicks fan. Once again, this is the reason why Boston is so good, because they got a lot of guys that are willing defenders. They have exceptional defenders, and they also have exceptional offensive players. So it allows them to do both at a high level. And that's what we want the Knicks to get to as well. And I do think that if we had a full Knicks squad, all the compliments of all of our players, like out there healthy, I think we could show some of that. We may not be the number one defensive team, but we could definitely be top 10. And offensively, we've already shown we can be top 10 offensively. So I think we could definitely be a lot better.
Yeah, no, I would have to agree with you. And also, when you think about Boston, it's also they bought into the identity of the coach, right? And the coach preaches defense. And, the Knicks will get there at some point. I think it's just really figuring out what are the tools that they have as a full unit, like a full healthy unit, to see how Tibbs can mix and match players in for defensive purposes, and see if we can get some offensive stability as well, that goes along with some defensive outcomes. So I think it'll come in time. I think as we grow and mature as a team, I think we're just going to figure each other out more. It's going to be better communication. It still starts with Cat, though. Brunson and Cat have to do a better job of, meeting the offensive player where they're at, especially in the high pick and roll. That's where most of our trouble runs into. We run into a lot of trouble in the high pick and roll. It's more because Brunson isn't the best defender, and neither is Cat as far as feet. He's kind of slow-footed. But other than that, once we get back past that hurdle, I think the surrounding parts of the defense is strong.
No, I agree with that. I think you are absolutely correct. I think it's one of those things where we just have to kind of keep plugging away. They got to keep getting their practices under their belt, whatever practice they can get. Understanding where guys need to be on the court, talking to each other, and really locking in. Once again, guys, if you would like to call in, phone lines are open now. We will definitely love to chop it up with you for a little bit. Once again, that number is 347-305-7280. Appreciate you guys.
Oh, they're saying calls are going to voicemail. Wiz is saying.
No. It's like I said, it's live. It's live. You
now?
can call back, Wiz.
Yeah.
So I will say, though, noticing how they played against the Pelicans, they did step up their defensive game. They did step up. It looked a lot better.
Yeah. But a lot of it is DeJounte Murray was running sort of the point lead. He was sort of the lead. And then the matchup is with OG, right? And so there is a difference there when there's a,
Right. Caller, you are live with SKF Weekly with Ron and John. Can you please shut down the volume in the back of the show because we can hear it? And you know better because I definitely don't want to hear your voice twice, Wiz. Tell you that right now.
Hey, Ron, I'm not sure, but I'm not hearing them.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm not getting it into the system. So I'm not really sure because I'm.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Let me see 1 second why John says he can't hear you. I wonder if can anybody else hear Wiz? He said Wiz must be using a walkie-talkie. No, can anybody else hear Wiz?
I don't think so.
Let me know.
Nope. They're saying no.
Oh, Carrie can't. Oh my God, I'm hearing it. And
I'm not hearing it.
You guys might be lucky. You're not hearing it. I'll tell you right now. He's rapping. He's doing his own little thing right now. Can you hear him now?
No.
What? So weird.
No, I'm not getting them.
I don't know what's going on, guys. I mean, to me, I hear you, and I'm like, I wish I didn't, but I want everybody else to be able to hear what I'm suffering with. Yeah, that's great. Well, all right. Tell me what you want to say.
Wiz is using Morse code.
That's so weird. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So what Wiz is saying basically is that it was all in Macau's head. He's basically a professional player. He was going to be fine. He tried to tell everybody, y'all was tripping. Y'all didn't listen to Wiz. You know what I mean? Get it right. Keep it tight.
Indian smoke signals. They're killing us.
That's crazy though, but I don't. Oh man! So he basically saying, you guys can't hear him, and I've never heard Wiz talk like this, but this is crazy. He's saying, Ron, you are one of the best hosts that I've ever come in contact with, and this is a phenomenal moment for me. This is my first time to really be able to praise you on air. It's a sad thing that no one else can hear, but this is
finally coming to his senses. Huh?
He finally gets it.
I get it. You know, he's finally seeing what everyone else has seen for a very long time. You know,
this is what I've been trying to say for the longest, and Wiz finally admitted. Guys, you don't understand. It's incredible for me to hear Wiz talk like this.
That's awesome. But, applause.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, guys. For whatever reason,
you got to restart your unit, man. Something's going on.
Yeah, I don't know, guys, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. Anyway, all right, Wiz. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you as always, bro. All right, take care.
I'm not sure. We may have to restart the not the stream itself, but it must be the. You having to go through the sound device, right?
Yeah, it's going through the mixer right now, but for whatever reason, and I'm seeing, I can tell that I'm getting levels. Yeah. The levels are high. When he was talking, my levels, I even raised the volume on it, but for whatever reason, the output, even though I haven't changed anything and it looks the same.
Right.
Live shows, guys. This is what happens.
I love it, man. Yep. Yeah. You may have to go on the it might be on our StreamYard settings.
It could be.
Yeah.
But whatever. I ain't gonna worry about it right now. We're gonna fix it and make sure it's good to go. Whether whether we ever get another call
Weekends,
again. Thank
sure.
you guys.
The weekends for sure.
Appreciate you guys. Shout out to Jimmy Henry. He says, I think Bridges' best offense is when he cuts and moves with the mid-range game. I agree. When he's slashing like that, when he looks like he's Sean Marion or one of them other people out there, that's I think that's the best of Bridges right there. That's the highlight tape.
I definitely agree with that. Yeah. Because there's so much more in his bag than just being in that corner. You know what I mean?
Agreed. Shout out to who is this? I'm confused. I'm curious. Oh, wait, let me see. Shout out to CTD. CTD. Is this somebody abbreviated their name? I don't know. Is this Crimes? I don't know who this is. Who this might be. Shout out to you. Thank you for being a member of the SKF Army. More like sign language, maybe. Yeah. I mean, listen.
Mo sickness. That was funny.
He says, Ron, what else did Wiz say about you being so amazing? I mean, he just kept reiterating, and I'm like, I didn't want to embarrass him by me speaking and letting you guys know that he wouldn't stop talking my praises. So I just let him keep going in the background. I could hear him, but you guys understand.
It was nuts, though. I was like, I don't want you. You was kind of blushing a little bit. I was like, you know how it is.
Yeah. It is Crimes Dad. Salute, Crimes Dad. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you as always. It is what it is, guys, man. We try. We'll work on it. Shout out to Kevin Bergen in the building. What up, Kevin? Appreciate you. I think I got everybody new that popped in. So let me ask you this, John, before we get up out of here. OG, are you buying what we saw from OG in that little spell of games, 3-4 games, or you like, I don't know. Maybe this is the real OG. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna see there's gonna be moments throughout the season where we'll see him, put up some really good numbers, solid numbers. But I think for me, I enjoy OG being the defensive presence more so than the offensive presence for this particular team. I think he's more valuable on the defensive side of the ball for me as a fan. Like, I don't mind him, putting up numbers and putting up shots. But I think if the effort isn't there on the defensive side, if his energy is more focused on the offense more so than on the defensive side, I think it's not beneficial for us to have him in that role. I think it's more beneficial to have McCall in that role than it is OG, because OG is such a stout defender that I would more prefer to see him, locking on that role. And if he could be a disruptance, to other teams' best players, then that's what I need him to be. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. And I think we're going to see it during moments throughout the season that he'll have games where he may score 30 or 20 or so. And I think he's going to have games where he shoots it really well from the 3-point line. But I don't necessarily want him to be that guy.
Right. I hear you. I'm wondering, so it's maybe too early for this because track record shows another thing, but who do you think is the number 3 option on this team? Is it OG or is it McCall?
I mean, as of right now, it is OG, right? As of today, it has been OG.
Right.
Do I want it to be that? Not necessarily. Like, that's not the role that I want to see him play. And I think it's more so for me, it looks a little bit forced. Like, when he gets the ball in spots in certain moments of the game, it's almost like he's forcing the dribble, right? And you don't always have to over dribble to get your shot off. I think it's more fluid when it comes out of McCall. Or even like if Josh Hart gets, or Deuce, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels a lot better. It feels like it's within the motion of the offense. And so I don't mind OG getting his looks and getting his dunks and getting his slashes to the basket and open 3-pointers. Is when we're having him facilitate is when I see him, get sort of stuck during moments of the game where he's stuck in his motion to the basket, or you know what I mean, he fumbles the ball. It doesn't look as what's the right word? It doesn't look as crisp or refined, his offensive movements. You know what I mean? So that's what I'll say.
I could understand where you're coming from with that. Yeah, because one of my things, like when OG was going really well, he was getting to spots with like limited dribbles, and he was moving quick, and his shots were falling, so it looked real easy for him. But what I want to say is, even though I looked at the game again, man, when the 40-point game, it looked like it was real easy, but OG was expending a lot of energy, man.
He looked spent.
A lot of
energy. And then he wasn't the same on the defensive side either.
Yeah,
when he spent, you know.
So, by the way, guys, I think I fixed it, but damn it. See, now you could have heard Wiz and all the praise he was giving me, but we missed it.
And all the glory.
I know what happened, man.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Now I'm hearing it. I'm
telling you, you know what I mean? Shout out to Wiz. Thank you for the generous super chat. He says, lies, all lies. John is amazing. Tibbs is the C factor. Yeah, I don't believe that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. John is amazing, but I don't know. I don't see Ron here, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Wiz out there fibbing, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Also, shout out to our new member. Thank you, Stream Elements, for always showing us love and letting us know what's popping. Jimmy Henry is a new member of the SKF Army. Salute, Jimmy. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for being here and rocking with us. You too can be a member of SKF Army. All you got to do is hit that join button on your laptop or your PC screen. You go to Still Knicks Fans, type it in, hit join, boom, there you go. And you can choose different levels. It's a $1.99, it's a $4.99, it's a $9.99. Whatever fits you know, and makes you comfortable. It is what it is. Appreciate you. Also, if you want to support the show, right? Over John. There we go. Somewhere over there. Yeah. You can see there's a little logo there with a little coffee cup in the middle. Yeah. You can buy us a coffee. Why not? Yeah. Hey, you know, I love coffee. Hey.
We sure do.
You know what I mean? You can hover over that with your phone, or you can just go to buymeacoffee.com and / Still Knicks Fans. Boom, just like that. And you can support the show that way. Whatever floats your boat, guys. We appreciate all the love. Thank you for the support. So, that being said, guys, I think this has been a really good night. I think we got to talk about some good stuff with the Knicks. I think they're only going to get better. But before we go, once again, let's talk about our expectations for tomorrow night's game versus the Orlando Magic. It's the 4th installment of the in-season tournament. John, what's your thoughts? You think we're getting the victory? We're going to take this one serious?
I mean, listen, I'm not picking. I'm never going to pick against the Knicks this season. I've told you that early on. It's always going to be a Knicks win for me. The way to get there is the question, right? Like, what kind of Knicks, what kind of team are we going to see tomorrow playing? Are we going to see a team that starts out early and, shows a little bit of grit early in the game and get some defensive stops and some turnovers, early turnovers, play Knicks basketball. I mean, that's really what I want to see. I want to see us push the envelope, and what we've seen in the Pelicans game, I kind of want to see that translate into this game coming up. I want to see Brunson be the leader on the court, being a willing passer, because I think we're a better team when he's a willing passer, not necessarily looking for his own shot. And like I said, getting Bridges in a groove if we can, and allowing OG to be that defensive guy on Wagner, right? Because we can lock out. I mean, that kid he's a talent, right? So, I mean, the key is to make sure that we slow them down, right? And they're a young team, athletic team as well. We've struggled with athletic young teams, so this is going to be a test. It's definitely going to be a test tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about it. I ain't gonna lie to you, only because of the fact that the Knicks have played teams that have been depleted, and Orlando is basically, I mean, outside of Banchero, everybody's there. So they're gonna come, with their A game, I would assume, and the Knicks have to be ready. I think they will be ready because on the flip side of it, even though I'm a little concerned about it, I also don't forget what we witnessed them do against the Denver Nuggets, who basically had their squad except for Aaron Gordon, and they came out and they did the damn thing. They did the damn thing. So it is what it is. We'll see.
We've had those moments, man. Like we've had really good games this season, and we've had some stinkers. So it's really about what kind of energy we show up with. Is this a home game or is this an away game?
This is a 4-game. Yeah, it's a home game. The Knicks are on a 4-game homestand.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I mean, hopefully that the crowd, the energy, at Madison Square Garden helps. And yeah, man. I want to see us get off to a good start. You know
what? While I'm gonna do this for you guys real quick before we go, and plus for us as well, because I don't know if John I haven't seen what they look like. Let's just see what the tail of the tape looks like, just head to head, what these teams have been doing, how they stack up. Because I'm curious myself what Orlando's look like. I really haven't followed them that much this year. So let's see. Here we go. Let's see what this game charts is looking like. Let me share this with you guys. All right. So I can blow it up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep. Okay. So, I mean, look at that, man. I can't. Sometimes I can't believe that this is our Knick team. The way we are offensively is
putting up the points are there.
It's crazy, bro. So 117.8 for the Knicks to 108 for Orlando, 42.8 to 42.4 rebound. That's a wash. 27.8 assist wise to 24.8. Okay, we got a little edge there. Steals 7.2, almost 10 steals a game for Orlando. Wow.
And 7 blocks.
Look at that. 4.2 to 7 blocks. Man, Orlando's gonna be they got something to help neutralize our potent offense. So that means our defense has to be just as strong. That's what I'm a little concerned about. We'll see. 11.7 turnovers to 14.1. We can capitalize on that. Gotta make them, get sloppy out there. From the field, though, we shoot 49.7%, almost 50% to their 45, 39.3, almost 40% from 3 to their 31. Now that's good. And then 83% from the free throw line. We've actually ticked up. Last time we were around 81, 82. Now we're at 83 to their 78.9.
The problem is we don't shoot enough of them. We don't get into the line.
Points in the paint, 47.8 for them, 49.7 for us. Second chance points, 13.6 for them, 14.9 for us. And then fast break points, 14 to 15. That all that stuff at the bottom is basically a watch. So, all right, well, good to know.
What's their starting lineup looking like though? We got Franz, OG, what we got, Jalen. Who's that guy right there on the right? Oh no, I see it on the right there.
Oh, who's that? You got Franz, you got Goga Bitadze.
Okay.
These
are the guys who are scoring.
These are just guys leading in certain categories.
Interesting. Cole Anthony. Is Cole Anthony starting, or is it who's their guy over there?
Is he? I don't think Cole is starting. Let me see here. Let me just do a little quick
go back to their last game, see who
yes, sir. Did they play? They're not playing today. They don't have no back-to-backs. Let's see Sunday. Orlando versus Brooklyn. They beat Brooklyn. All right.
So they're in town. They've been in town then, huh?
Yeah, so it's Wagner, Wendell Carter Jr., Bitadze, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Oh, that's why they're defense.
Well, that's different right there.
That's what's doing it. And then you got
Wendell Carter is not a slouch.
No, he's not. Interesting.
So they got Suggs starting.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
And then coming off the bench, you got Anthony Black, which we've already got to witness him. He's a willing defender. He likes to. And then Jonathan Isaac. Yeah,
look at that.
Yeah, and then these guys.
Who's down there? Silva.
Tristan Da Silva. I don't know too much about
22 minutes. Okay.
We know about Movitz.
Yeah.
The other Wagner brother. The other Wagner.
Okay.
All right.
So Cole Anthony only had like 5 minutes, but
It is.
he is a Knick killer, so they may play him some more. He has had really good games against the Knicks, so he may get some more minutes.
And
but
this is
Caldwell Pope is
figure.
key. That's a big one right there.
Yeah.
Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, this is interesting. All right. Well, all right. Like I said, we talked about it. The Knicks are it's not going to be something they gotta take lightly. They're gonna have to come out to play.
You matching Caldwell Pope with Bridges? Or are you putting Hart on him?
I think Hart can hang with him because the only thing about Caldwell Pope offensively, he's not as explosive as he used to be. So right now, usually he's a 3-point shooter. You got to watch him. Don't give him an open shot; he'll knock him down. But other than that, you don't have to. So I would be comfortable with Hart on him and worry about putting either. I would put OG on Franz, right, and then put Macau on whoever else is their second best scorer.
Yeah, I think right now, I mean the pain point for us is going to be because Wendell Carter Jr. and their center, they're pretty tall, right? They got good height on that team, on that starting unit. So it's how do you match up with that height? Do you play Precious more if he's able to play? And then mix and match Hart with and mix and match Hart and Bridges time effectively. And like moving those guys around. But Franz also listed at 6'10". It's a hard matchup for OG.
It's not going to be easy for OG, but OG can guard taller players. Yeah. When OG runs into problems, it's when he's guarding bigger players that are physically bigger than him. Like Franz fits the narrative. Like he can run around with Franz, but when he has to face like a real power forward who's got big body or a center that's got big body, that's when it gets a little tough. He can get out physical. But for the most part, I think that's what it's going to have to be. I mean, we've watched OG guard Giannis. You know what I mean? So,
but Giannis doesn't shoot it like Franz does.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
That's a little different.
But maybe the thing is, maybe he can keep Franz from putting it on the. I don't know about Franz's dribble, putting it on the ground.
You want him to get him on the ground. You want him to move that ball on the ground.
Play up on him. Yeah, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I just hope. Bottom line is, guys, I hope the Knicks are shooting well. Because if the Knicks are shooting well, we automatically got a chance. But if we come out shooting duds, it's going to be a long game.
And look what the stats show, right? They're not shooting it well from 3-point line. So they're not knocking down at a high pace.
So what makes me wonder is, does that mean does Tibbs go back to what Tibbs likes to do? Because Tibbs does feel like the 3-point shot is the harder shot to make with a team like this. Do you let them shoot? Because we've already seen when we
run into those. We run into those. You got to play that during the game. You got to see how they're shooting it first.
That's it, John. You got to adjust during the game. Right. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, man. Well, anyway, guys, once again, I appreciate everybody. I know John appreciates everybody, and Jose is not here tonight, but if he was here, he would say the same thing. Appreciate all you guys for supporting us, and hope you guys had a happy holiday so far. John, your final words, my brother.
As always a pleasure to be here with you, my brother, and with all of you on the chat and on X and on Instagram, wherever you're watching us. Appreciate you for tuning in. As I always say, stay blessed, stay healthy. Looking forward to the next one. I'm out. Peace.
There you go. Listen, guys, please smash that like button if you haven't already done so. We got 82 people here across all platforms. But it's split. So only 46 of you right now can hit that like button. So if you haven't already hit the like button, please hit the like button and show love for the show. We appreciate you. Thank you once again for always supporting us. We're on the road to 5K, y'all. Yeah, we are on the road to 5K. So if y'all haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please hit that subscribe button. You know what I like to say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans, we'll be back again, whether it be on Monday nights at 9 p.m. SKF Weekly. Myself, my brother John, and my brother Jose on the ones and twos holding us down, or on Saturdays at 11:30 for Know the Ledge as I talk y'all off the ledge. This past one was let's say the Ronnie Lewis telethon. Like I wasn't Jerry Lewis, I was Ronnie Lewis. Y'all old heads know who Jerry Lewis was. But anyway, yeah, man, it was 5 hours and 40 minutes. Don't do every week. So
we're gonna have to start taking donations, man.
Yeah,
That's not crazy.
This is feed the world, man. I'm out here making funds. But yeah, man, definitely appreciate you guys. Continued support. Can't tell you how much it means to us. Shout out to Jay Chosen. Yeah, it's over, but replay gang, brother. We appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. Thanks to everybody out there. Once again, continued support, but also as we get out of here, don't forget to support Jay Boogie. All right, I'm gonna play the joint on the way out. Please support Jay Boogie. Get this thing up on all your social medias. Hashtag Jay Boogie. We back on Christmas. You know what I mean? Wherever you can, but most importantly, go to his YouTube. Spam up his YouTube, guys, and show him some love. Subscribe and like the video. All right. Well, I guess I get somebody's final words on the way out. Hold on. Let's see if we can hear him first. Let's just check. All right.
Subscribe and like the video.
Okay, I hear you in the background. Can you lower your volume, caller? You are live with SKF Weekly. Caller, your name and where you're from.
Yeah, how you doing? My name is Jay. I'm from Brooklyn,
good, Jay.
and Long Island, and also New York.
What's up, Jay?
What's up? I'm a huge fan of you guys. I don't know if you know, your names rhyme with each other. It's really cool.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I heard you wanted to go and turn off the thing, and I said, no way, not a chance. I'm gonna call right now and be a father.
Gotta make that. Get to make that last call.
I jumped on late. Actually was checking out Divine stuff earlier, then I knocked out.
I got you.
So I give my 2 cents. I heard Bill asked about however long I heard, and I just wanted to say that I'm really excited about tomorrow's game. Are we confirming Precious is coming back? Do you know?
Nothing's really confirmed until it actually happens. Till you see him on the court, you never know nothing until it actually happens. But yeah, there's a high possibility he'll be back. But who knows?
All right, very interesting. All right, so I hope we take the energy that we did. I was really glad to see Tibbs do a change a lot yesterday. We've been talking about Tibbs not moving himself, and like I with my friends, I've been talking about it. I've talked with you about it before. Tibbs not running, the consecutive minutes with the starters, and then, the Tibbs circle of trust, and then there's the only Deuce and Payne seem to be part of it. So it was really good to see that at 9 minutes in the fourth quarter, he unloaded the bench, and I liked what I saw. It was that little left-hander from Kolick, whatever it was, and I think that we go into this game tomorrow with the same type of attitude, though it's a completely different team. A healthy New Orleans team is tough, but this team we're playing tomorrow, possibly we're looking at the Eastern Conference Finals tomorrow. So I'm really hoping that we get a fast start, a really fast start, and I really like what I saw out of Bridges. So it was about time that he got what he. I think for the next 4 games we need to have Bridges. If it was up to me, I'd have Bridges doing the first shot. I don't know if you agree with me on that or not. I know I brought it up before to you.
Yeah, I think they might have to feature him.
Yeah,
sorry. No, I think they might have to feature him. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I think it just increases in confidence. You know what I mean? I think that yesterday, I hope that here's my theory, and I want to see what you two have to say about it, and then I'll wrap it up in a few seconds. We know that Jalen is the captain. He's 1A. We'll say Towns 1B. I think that's a fair assessment. Depending on who needs and how they score, it doesn't really matter. OG is looking like he's on the way to the All-Stars, but I think that the problem that we've been looking at is that Bridges didn't know his position, his place on the team. He looked like a little bit like he didn't assimilate well, and he looked like a deer in headlights for a little while. And we brought him over here to Wingstop when this man is also possibly good for 17 to 21 points a game. And I don't think that anybody after Towns and Brunson should be considered a 3 or a 4 or a 5 option. They're all 2A, 2B, 2C. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
No, I think so. I hear you.
Yeah. And I think that may be some of the issue of particularly Bridges, because once you could see that everybody got going, they didn't just settle for the wide open 3. They took the 3 steps in for the shot. They were hitting their shots. That was great. But tomorrow they might not be. Right. And if they're not, they need to move the ball well. I really love to see Towns be able to set really great picks or bring either Carter or whoever out, and then everybody converge like piranhas to the middle. And Franz Wagner is a really great talent, but they don't have Panchero. Sorry, I have a friend named Pancho.
No, that's cool.
And I used to wear a poncho too. But anyway, I really think that the key to that success for tomorrow is following what we did against New Orleans, no matter what. The same thing against NO. We have to do the same thing with Orlando, no matter how good their talent is.
Yeah.
Crash the boards, shoot the ball well, draw out the big man, set the picks, and I would like Tibbs to be a little more flexible the way he showed in that game. Now, he was allowed to because of the points, but he still could do it.
Right.
Because Payne is playing out of his mind, and Deuce could play well. So
no, Deuce has been playing excellent too. Yeah, no,
definitely.
Listen, man, I agree, Jay. I think you hit it on the head. They do have to think about featuring Macau. Just kind of get him going, man. The Knicks have had to do this in the past. They tried to do it with Cat early to get him going. They got him going. He's confident in his. Why not get Macau going? But get him some good shots, not just settle for threes. Like, can we get him some back cuts, some easy shots to let the ball go in the basket? Maybe he even gets fouled. Like one thing about this New York Knicks team, we don't get to the foul line, like John was saying. If we can get some easy shots up, you know what I mean, and not knock them down, that'd be great. So yeah, man, I just want to say thank you, Jay, for the call. Appreciate you, my brother. It was always dope,
man. Always a
being
pleasure.
part of the 5-hour marathon on Saturday as well. So appreciate you, brother.
I'm still up from that day, by the way. I haven't fell asleep yet. I'm only playing. I'm sorry that I missed the whole talk. I really love the show. Everybody smash like, subscribe, tell a friend. It's a great show. And I agree with you. We're not getting any fouls. We're not even getting the fouls called to get to the foul line, but we do need to do that more.
Yeah.
Everybody be blessed. Thank you for letting me elongate this show
it's cool,
and
brother.
keep you up.
It's cool, brother.
All right, man. Let's go.
Have a blessed one.
God bless you guys.
All right, Jay, appreciate you, man. Have a good night.
All right, salute. Good
All
night.
All right, guys. So, man, that was Jay, the chosen one. Appreciate the call. Once again, want to thank you guys for all tuning in and showing your love and supporting the show. Smash that like button if you haven't already done so. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And please tell all your family and friends about the show and allow them to know that Still Knick fans, we one of the best shows out there for Knick content. You know what I mean? Don't be fooled by the rest when you have the. No, I'm just messing with you. I don't like doing all that.
Look at you, a rhyme fest over there.
Bars, but no,
you can if you want to. No,
anyway,
we modest here. We modest.
Yeah, man. We rock with everybody. That's the one thing I like about the Knicks community. We love the feelings that we get by interacting with everybody, and we want to continue that. We want to big up everybody. So yes, everybody, there's different styles of content. Enjoy everybody. Don't forget about us.
No, it's all about building the community, man, and building it up. So when we're out there together cheering for each other because we won the championship, it makes it all the better.
100%. I agree. Once again, shout out to everybody. Thank you guys. Shout out to JJ who came in late. Freeman 48, what's going on? Our brother Deron Wayne, a member of the SKF Army in the building. What up, Deron? Appreciate you. Thanks to everybody, man. Thank you guys. Once again, have a great night. We're gonna get out of here. But we're gonna play the J Boogie's joint. So if you haven't seen it, we're gonna put that out there for y'all. Oh wait, hold on. JJ wants to say, JJ said, Ron, final topic are our Mets signing Soto. Let me tell you something. As from being a Met fan for all the years that I've been a Met fan since 84, 85 really. 84 I was so little I was like, oh, what's this? No, 85 I kind of knew what I was watching, and then 86 I was blessed.
Right.
I ain't talking about Soto, JJ. I'm not watching nobody's shows about Soto. We getting close. When the thing gets signed and he's a Met, that's when I'll pump my fist and I'll be excited and we can talk about it. I'm not jinxing nothing, bro.
What are you doing now? See, JJ just give you he just put you, see? Come on, JJ. You just did it to him, man. That's it. It's over. Welcome back, Yanks.
Damn it, JJ.
You should have jumped out where you were supposed to.
Damn it, JJ. Look what you did. Anyway, all right. Let's get up out of here, man. Listen, I appreciate you guys. Hey, listen, you heard us say this before. No matter what, the good, the bad, the ups, the downs, we are still
Knick fans.
Yeah, we out of here, y'all. Peace. One yourself.
Yo, what up, man? What up? It's Hard Will. Back like 2/5, man. It's your boy Hard Will. What? You alright, man? Alright, what's up? Yo, get up, man. Yo, get up, man. I got some money for you, man. I got this phone. KT Wireless. KT Wireless? T-Mobile, man. We on here with some bread. We going to the Knicks game. We back like 2/5. That's Hard Will? Yeah, let's go. For the love of the game? Yeah, let's go. Well, I ain't never stop loving you, boy. We back. We back, baby. Thank you, man. Let's go. All right, let's go.
It's a jolly time of the year, right before the new year. Ain't no other squad better on this day than the Knicks. We back. Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. Their red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting. 12 noon, we back 12 in the 2/5. Biggest tree in the world filled with presents. Little kids, they checking off their wish list. Ho, 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 we celebrating this Christmas. Jingle bell, first game playing in the garden. Tell Santa we got the whole league watching. Right before we celebrate the new year. James Dolan crossing with the reindeers. Parker decks, they filled with no room garage. When it comes to the flow, this here's eggnog. Best believe your boy, yeah, I'm on my job. Celebrate your Christmas with the Knicks squad. The best place in the world, that bag stay shopping. I AD my wrist so you can keep watching. Shopping sprees all over, this is Times Square. Then it's back to the game at Madison Square. Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. Their red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting.
Back on Christmas, J Boogie predicted this. You can't say St. Nicholas without nicking it. The Knicks on Christmas should be ubiquitous, so shout out if you've been with us, sitting through the interim. Feels like we meant to win, now we got the kids with us. Potential is limitless, gifts go down the chimney. Try to put the Grinch on me, pinch me but I'm not dreaming. It's a new reality, New York is in the top seat in seasons. Greetings, Eastern Conference. Defense, the Gardens rocking. Best fans in the game, we don't do the home away split. Catch me at the Staples, baby, I make the sleigh lift. 8 gifts, pulling up in the Cambridgers. About to lace the garden with a pack of frankincense and myrrh. Can't resist the urge, Knicks set, new squad. Time to burn the competition, sitting by the U-Law.
Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. That red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting.
Something wrong with your TV screen. If that orange and blue ain't playing on that red and that green. Favorite players, yeah, but Knicks stay forever the team. Shout out the upstairs, trying to play chess with the team going forward. They're making sure the squad is in order. They know we hated on by all opposing reporters. It's torture. New Yorkers, we built for fourth quarters. Show up to the court or prepare for a slaughter. They wanna hate on the Knicks, tell me what that's doing. Get that stuff out of here, shout out to Pat Ewing. 12 noon jump ball, just know we enemies. We trying to bring home the gold back from the 70s. Oh yeah, we back on Christmas, oh no, can it be? Only us Knicks fans know the whole New York energy. If you ain't know what type of tension this is, Knicks Nation, we'll see y'all on Christmas.
Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. That red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting.